Alright guys, so today I'm going to be doing my rock lights. I'm going to start with the inner fender wheels first. I'm going to pull those out, start mounting the lights on them. Then I'm going to do probably the rears. Then maybe work my way up the sides and then do the fronts and the grill. I'm going to try to do the inner fender wheels so I can remove them if I have to, because you always have to remove them stupid things. But I'm gonna get up there and get them removed. I believe they take an 8mm or 7 or something like that, and maybe a Phillips screwdriver. So I'm gonna get up there and get them removed. I got most of the stuff sitting here that I'm gonna need, but no, minus that's for powder coating. But yep, I'm gonna go start doing that now. Alright guys, I figure while I got my inner fender well out, I think it's time to try to pound out this dent on my bedside, or wheel well on the bedside. And then also over here, this hack job where my release for my gooseneck and stuff is. You can release it, but it doesn't quite go back in either. You gotta half time reach back in here to release it, so it needs cut over a little more, and obviously this piece of metal needs gone. It's also hacked up pretty good on the fender liner too, so I'll clean that too. So that's perfect time to fix that. And I guess there's a dent there too, did not notice that. Figure I need to fix them dents before I bedline it. There guys, so this is one of the front inner fender wheels, I believe passenger side. This would be a front light, top, middle, and then the rear. Let's see if I find it. Don't pay attention to the extra hole. I drilled the wire on the wrong side. Anyways, I'm gonna nick the extra bolt off because they're made to have these rubber mounts under them. I didn't use them because it puts the light down too far and then all you see is the light. So I'm gonna nick them, all the bolts off. And then once I get all these lights in on my fender wells, I'm gonna wire all 3 lights together to a plug so I can remove each inner fender well when I need to. So I'm gonna nick these off real quick and then move on to the driver's side fender well, and then I'll start on the back ones. Alright guys, so here is the passenger side wheel well, because it doesn't have the cutout for the gooseneck, or the fifth wheel, the B&W, because mine's, I think, called a companion hitch for the fifth wheel, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, this would be the front. Mounted one kind of forward, and I have one kind of, well, this one's mounted towards the front, that one's mounted towards the rear, whatever. That one's mounted over top of the tire. So they all kind of show off the wheel well. Eventually the truck will get wheels and tires. Not anytime soon, but unless there's a good deal. Like I said, again, I'm going to cut these studs off. And then I'll wire everything together once I get them all done. I have one more fender liner to do. It's the driver's side, rear. And then I can wire them all together, the plugs. There guys, there's the last year's fender liner. I have it wired up, lit up. Let me put the lights back in. So, I wish I would have showed you this before I taped it all up. I can show you on the next one. Let's walk around the other side. More or less is what I did. I ran all the wires to the front of the fender liner, because in the back ones, it's easier to get to the front of the inner fender well than the back of it. So I had to extend this wire, ran everything. So the front wire will reach to the back one, or to the middle one. So I extended the back wire so everything meets at this point, and then I soldered the wires together there, and I have this wire coming out so I can put a plug on the end. So 4 wires, or well, there's more than 4 there, but 4 red and 4 black wires meet there, and then essentially I just have these 2 wires here that I can put onto a plug. And they should light up that wheel well pretty good. Alright guys, so this is the passenger side rear inner fender well. This is before I fabric tape it. This is the rear light. Here's where I extended it. This will be your middle light. Here's where it runs together. This will be this wire here is your rear one. This will be your middle one here. And on the other side I have the front light, and then this will be the one going out to the plug. They just all meet right here, just to avoid a bunch of hassle. I only have 2 connection points then, instead of a whole bunch. And then it'll be just a 2-pin wire plug. So then all I gotta do is, when I pull this inner fender liner out, unhook that plug when I pull it out. Alright guys, here is the driver's side front inner fender well. Lit up. Makes decent light. Turn the lights back on. Let me unhook this real quick. And I'll show you how I did this one, since I did. Alright, so let's find the door. So this is the front of the panel. And right here is roughly where the shock tower is. The coil spring and shock tower. So I brought the front one, extended it towards the back, which this wire is actually going to end up over here because I'm going to tie it with the middle one. I brought the back one up to where obviously the shock tower is, the middle one over to where the shock tower is. Then I put the plug roughly again where the shock tower is, because that's going to be probably the best place to put the plug, is where I felt, underneath that battery tray, where you can reach it pretty much from the top or the bottom when you're taking this inner fender well in and out. I left the wires decently long so you can unplug it when you're pulling the inner fender well out or putting it back in, so you don't have to go in from the top every single time. But I'm gonna wrap it up, make it look nice and neat like the other ones. Alright guys, this is what it looks like after it's been taped up. Obviously I still gotta put a plug on the end. Alright guys, so I got the lights on the truck. I just gotta wire everything. I'll start the back, work my way forward to show you where I mounted everything. So the back, I have a spare tire on my truck, so mounting it was a little bit difficult. When I mounted it, wasn't exactly where I wanted to mount them, but it's kind of about the only place I could find. So they're on the bottom of the spring hanger on both sides. So that side I'm a little afraid that I'm gonna be hidden with the exhaust, but we'll see what happens. I mean, if I still have 2 extra lights, so if I have to add light anywhere, I can. And then back of the cab is right here where it curves up. Right in front, right behind where I have the pockets on the floor. It's right where it curves up. And then the front one is right after the cab mount on that piece of metal. My grill, there's only one screw in them. They can't go anywhere because how thick it is, but it was too, I didn't have long enough screws to go through it. I have one here and one over there. Then over the front, this cross member here underneath. I have one on the driver's side and then one on the passenger side, and I am missing a screw on the passenger side because the tip bit snapped off while I was putting it in, but it's not moving anywhere. So my goal is to run straight down the driver's side of the truck and then straight up the passenger side of the truck, and then I'll come across because they're all gonna meet here either way because they're going into plug 1, which is this top wire. So I'm probably gonna run a single power wire and ground them off, body grounds or whatever, going back, or I'll find grounds on the way back there, or if I have to, I'll make a ground. So that's the plan. Now it's just doing it because it's going to be a lot of soldering. I'm going to get after it because it's going to start getting dark soon, because it is, I think, 7:30 or so, or closer to 8. Alright guys, it took me 2 days. I mean, technically it would have only taken me 1 day, but with everything, rain, everything, it took me 2 days. Grill's lit up. I don't even know if I'm going to need them other 2 lights that I have. The exhaust gives it a little shadow, but it doesn't block it that much. And it also lights up the tip then, if you know the tip was clean. Wash your truck and it's dirty within a day or 2. Makes that powder look nice, even though it's dirty too. I guess can't turn that on. I don't have my keys.
and it's all ran off that auxiliary one. But that's about it for this video. I'm not sure what the next video will be. Still got my mirror running lights to do. EGR delete still to do with the probe for my MM3. I got my badging in. Had the wife do a little painting on them. These badges are going. I'm just gonna have a Cummins badge and then the changing out the ram head in the back for a different badge, and the 4x4 logo's going. But stay tuned for more.